Different approaches to problem solving. First one, top-down approach, and second one, bottom-up approach. First one, top-down approach. In top-down approach, dividing a problem into sub-problem and further dividing sub-problems to smaller sub-problems. Means suppose one problem that is a very big problem. Then first itself we are dividing that big problem into sub-problems, then again dividing that sub-problem into smaller sub-problems. That is the top-down approach. See here, A is the problem, is a very large problem. Then dividing that problem A into sub-problems B, C and D. Then again this subproblem B is divided into subproblem E and subproblem F. Like that, dividing one larger problem into smaller problem, then again that smaller problem divided into smaller problem, like that it is dividing. That is top-down approach. Next, second one, bottom-up design. Bottom-up approach or bottom-up design means it is the reverse of top-down approach. Means first we are making the smallest unit, smaller problem, and combining that smaller unit into larger unit to get the entire solution. That is bottom-up design. The C language is following the top-down approach, but this year we are studying the C++ programming language. That C++ programming language is following bottom-up design. That is, first we are making the smallest unit, then combining that smallest unit into larger unit to get the entire solution. That is bottom-up design. Next, characteristics of a good program or algorithm. How can we say that one algorithm or program is good or efficient? That is, we can do one problem in different ways. There are different methods to solve the same problem. Then which method will be good? How can we say that? That one algorithm is efficient. What are all the conditions to say that one algorithm or program is more efficient than another? See, the first condition, that require less space in memory. When we are selecting one algorithm or program, that if that program is taking less space, that is taking less storage space in memory, that program will be efficient. Then the second condition, that takes less time to execute. That is, the program needs to execute fastly. Which is the program is executing fastly, that program will be good. Then that can be easily modified. That is, for the further modification should be easy. Then fourth one, portable. Portable means that program should run on different machines. We can't be say that program will run on only in one machine. Then that is, that portable means that can be executable on different machines. These are all the conditions to decide one program or algorithm is efficient or good. That is, that require less space in memory, that takes less time to execute means faster execution, that can be easily modified, portable. Next, we can consider some examples for the iteration statements, that is while loop, do while loop and for loop. First one, same problem. Write an algorithm to print the numbers up to a given number using while loop, do while loop and for loop. First is using while loop. We need to print the numbers up to a given number. Then what is the meaning of that question? Suppose one number is 10. we are giving the number 10 means we need to print 1 to 10. If you are giving 20, we need to print 1 to 20. If you are giving 50, we need to print 1 to 50. Then how to print? That is, we need to input one number. Up to that number, we need to print the numbers. Then start. Second step is input n. N is the number. Then in while loop, before starting this while, we need to initialize the iteration variable. Here, starting from 1. So, the initial value is 1. Here, which is the iteration variable? I is the iteration variable. Initialize I is equal to 1 means we are initializing that variable to 1. Then, while. Next condition. What is the condition? I less than or equal to n. Then print I. After this statement, we are incrementing the value of I. I is equal to I plus 1. That is the increment. Then again checking the condition. Then I will become 2. 2 less than or equal to n. N means which value? Suppose n is equal to 3. N is equal to 3. First I is equal to 1. While 1 less than or equal to 3, print I means 1 is printing. Then I is equal to I plus 1 means value of I is becoming 2. 2 less than or equal to 3. So printing 2. Then I is equal to 2 plus 1. That is 3. 3 less than or equal to 3. Printing 3. Then I is becoming 4. See, next condition is checking. 4 less than or equal to 3. That condition false. So it is coming to stop. That is printing 1, 2, 3. Next, the same program using do while loop. That is, print the numbers up to the given number using do while loop. Start, input n, then initialization I is equal to 1, do print I is equal to I plus 1, then checking the condition. In while loop, condition is checking at first, but in do while loop, condition is checking at the end of the loop. Then stop. Then the same problem using the for loop. What is the difference in for loop and while loop? In for loop, initialization, condition and increment or decrement is in one statement. That is the difference. In while loop, first we are initializing. Before writing the while, we are initializing. Then inside the loop, we are giving the increment. But in for loop, in one statement, we can write initialization, condition and increment. That is the difference. See, for I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to n. See, after this condition, executing the statement. After the statement only, it is incrementing the value. Okay. I is equal to 1, then checking the condition, then print I. After print I, it is incrementing the value of I. I plus plus means I is equal to I plus 1. Then again it will check the condition. If the condition is false means it is coming out of the loop. One more example we can check. Write an algorithm to print all the multiples of 5 up to the given number using the while loop. What are all the multiples of 5? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 like that. Suppose we are giving the number 50 means we need to write the multiples up to 50. If you are writing 20 means 5, 10, 15, 20. Then first it is using while loop. What is the initial value? I is equal to 5. Then what is the condition? While I less than or equal to n. In while loop, first itself we need to check the condition. Then print I, after that increment. What is the increment here? 5 means next number will be 10. So I is equal to I plus 5. Then end of while. When the condition is false means it is coming to stop. That is, suppose n is equal to 20. Then what's happening? First I is equal to 5. Then 5 less than or equal to 20. So it is printing 5. Then value of I is 5 plus 5, that is 10. 10 less than or equal to 20. So it is printing 10. Then I is 10 plus 5, that is 15. 15 less than or equal to 20. So it is printing 15. I is equal to I plus 5, that is 20. 20 less than or equal to 20. So it is printing 20. Then I is becoming 20 plus 5, that is 25. Then the next condition is 25 less than or equal to 20. 25 less than or equal to 20? No. 25 is greater than 20. So that condition is wrong. In that case, it is coming out of the loop. That is, it is printing 5, 10, 15, 20. The same problem, that is multiples of I using do while loop. See, I is equal to 5 in do while loop. See, the condition is checking at the end of the loop. In while loop, condition is checking at the beginning. Do while loop, condition is checking at the end. Then using the for loop. What is the difference between for loop and while loop? We can write initialization, condition, increment or decrement in one statement. See here, what is the initialization? I is equal to 5. What is the condition? I less than or equal to n. Then after the condition, it will execute the statement. After the statement only, it is checking, it is incrementing or decrementing the value. Suppose, see here, multiples of 5 up to 20. N is equal to 20. Then what is happening? For first initial value of I is equal to 5. After that, it is checking the condition. 5 less than or equal to n. Or 20. 5 less than or equal to 20. After this condition, it is executing the statement. So see, like this it is coming. After executing the statement only, it is incrementing the value of 5. Value of I. That is 5 less than or equal to 20. So it is printing 5. Then it is incrementing the value of 5. That is I is equal to 10. Then checking the condition again. Then it is printing again, it is incrementing the value. That is, in for loop, first initialization, then condition, then it is coming to the statement. After that, it is incrementing the value. Yeah, now we have discussed more examples in iteration statements. Different iteration statements are while loop, do while loop and for loop. While loop is pre-tested loop, do while loop is post-tested loop, for loop is fixed execution structure.